We start off with the Standard this morning, and the headline on the front page of the Standard, two words, the irony. Yeah, and then they say these are jokers. They say Kenya's finest officers to tame, they sent Kenya's finest officers to tame Haiti's gangs. Yet back home, murders are rising, civilians live in fear, and the president's own security has become a subject of ridicule. Meanwhile, Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen plays politics. PS Raymond Omolo's name surfaces whenever goons are discussed, and Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja presides over confusion. This is no longer a ministry Kenyans can trust to keep them safe. Instead, it has become a symbol of incompetence and national embarrassment, where political ambition is better protected than lives and property. There are the images on the front page of Douglas Kanja, the IG of Police, the PS for Interior, Raymond Omolo, and the CS in charge of Interior, Kipchumba Murkomen. So this is a description, the irony, that these are the guys given the biggest job to protect Kenyans' lives and property. Yeah? One of them is busy politicking, the other one is just being named where goons are, and the other one is just confused. Sio mimi nimesema, say on the front page of the Standard. Yeah? Yeah? But to be honest, 2 days to the next by-election, the level of violence, then the CS has just been saying is going to arrest Gachagua. So we are wondering, okay, is that the priority right now? Goons are everywhere. Yeah? People are being attacked left, right, center. Alafu kazi yako nasema you'll arrest Gachagua. Hiyo itasaidia nani wapi? Yeah? And if at all, yes, if at all you feel that he's a source of insecurity, then why don't you go ahead and arrest him? Mara moja iishe. Yeah? But how do you explain the rising levels of insecurity? Yeah? When you're in charge. Yeah. Mara unasema polisi hawako, they can't be everywhere. Well, I don't know. Do you feel this is a bit unfair to them?
To
these three gentlemen?
Hakuna bwana.
According to the Standard.
Wamke wafanye kazi. Wamelala. All right, let's see. Inside pages of the Standard today, we don't have a physical copy, but on page 3, they say your bread, biscuits could contain harmful fats, according to health experts. So they're saying that health officials tightened rules on industrial trans fats found in most processed foods amid a rise in premature heart disease. Ministry of Health is reviewing food regulations to remove industrial trans fats from food supply. Kama unapenda mkate na biskuti, now you're being told it could contain harmful fats. They say that 2 grams is a maximum limit of industrially produced trans fats per 100 grams of total fat in all foods sold in Kenya. Sasa hiyo information inafaa kuwa inakusaidia. That story, security officials under scrutiny as goons run riot, terrorize citizens. You remember that Chaiwali incident? There was another incident in Ruaka at a salon.
The same thing. People with guns walk in.
Can you imagine?
At a salon?
At a salon.
Really? Now what are they going to steal there? Phones?
And it was just one guy, and he actually targeted one lady, akaingia na akachukua that phone.
Well,
yeah, Goonism in this country, we are doing very badly.
Wave of armed robberies expose gaps in crime detection and prevention, because there are two sides to this. There's one, there's electoral violence, which we are witnessing in Olkalao and even in Kisumu, Keumbu, where rival teams attack each other using goons. But then there's a rise in crime, armed robberies, where people with guns just come to your home or to your business premises and they rob you at gunpoint. Yeah. So these 3 gentlemen wameambiwa kazi kwenyu. CS Murkomen, PS Omolo, Douglas Kanja, the IG of Police.
All right. Tuangalie gazeti la The Daily Nation. It steers clear of this conversation around, the 3 top cops. Tuangalie sasa Daily Nation inasema vipi. There was a poll yesterday that was released. It says no clear winner. Opinion poll, that is Infotrak. There will be no outright winner if a presidential election were held today. A runoff vote is likely, a new poll shows.
A runoff. Because no one is able to get 50% plus 1.
Yeah.
President William Ruto is still leading, but at 32%. Yeah.
Lakini ame-lead sana. Unafuata aje na
But he won the election last time. So actually, you know, he won with over 50%. Yeah?
Yeah.
So actually, his approval rating has dropped. If at all now, he's at 32%.
Na hao wengine wapandi at all.
Hao wengine unajua, they've never run. Some of them are first-timers. Someone like Sifuna, has he declared he's running for president? Kalonzo, at least we know, he has that interest. Fred Matiang'i too, he has that interest. Gachagua, okay, Babu Wino, has he said he wants to run for president?
Yes, sasa namwekelea.
Maraga at least has said, and Martha Karua as well. But the interesting one there, I think, is Edwin Sifuna at 12%. This is a newcomer. Yeah. He wasn't there. Yeah. The rest have been there. The rest have been doing quite a lot on the political front. So.
All right. They say none of the potential presidential candidates, including President Ruto, would garner more than half of all the votes. A disjointed opposition would trail Ruto, but a united force poses a serious challenge to his 2027 re-election bid. So they say if the united opposition are united, yeah, they can really trail President William Ruto. But are they really united?
If you combine Kalonzo, Sifuna, Matiang'i, Maraga, and Gachagua, yeah, Martha Karua, if at all this is what you can go by, then if they're united, they could actually pose a serious threat.
That's right. No opposition leader has a commanding lead over colleagues, but Kalonzo is a favorite as his joint ticket with Edwin Sifuna. So yeah, this is an opinion poll by Infotrak. Everything you need to know about the story is on page 4. On the top strip, university to pay students for missing marks. Oh wow, Court of Appeal finds Court of Appeal finds Technical University of Kenya violated the constitutional right of 21 students over missing scripts. Okay, that is very close news to me.
Technical University walipeleka script work.
That is very close news. Olkalo seat campaigns end as court suspends MPs 1.5 million shillings fine. This is the Kipiripiri MP. Yule ambaye IBC ili order a pay 1.5 million. Sasa court ime suspend that order. A win for her, I guess.
Temporarily though, they could still go back. There's a very interesting story on page 2 of the Daily Nation. There's an ex-inmate who has returned to thank the magistrate who jailed him.
Okay.
Ule mwenye alikufunga unarudi kumwambia asante sana kwa kunipeleka jela. He says rehabilitation and education transformed him. So he's actually happy about it. A prison sentence became turning point after a former convict completed his KCSE in jail. So probably angekaa nje hangeweza kumaliza KCSE.
Angekuwa gaidi ama?
Angekuwa gaidi. Angekuwa Goon. Then someone else says, I nearly lost my marriage. This is Julius Kamau, and the cost of activism. Yeah. Father of 2 says the use of goons to infiltrate demos has made activism dangerous. Very interesting story there.
All right. Gangs continue to attack motorists on the Nairobi-Mombasa highway. That's another story on page 7. So we are talking about gangs everywhere in this country, every corner of this country. Kutoka Kisumu, Nyahururu, Nairobi, Mombasa. But
it said that sometimes when you see the rise in violent crime, or even petty theft, it says watu hawana pesa.
Yeah.
People don't have money, so they resort to crime to earn a living. Well, it can never be justified.
Yeah.
Tafuta kazi.
There's a story on page 8. Parents' last memories of son killed in church attack. So this is one of the gentlemen. He was approached to go perform a private security operation in Sundays. Edwin Sifuna and James Orengo's church huko kwenye walikuwa. You see, you saw those people were holding machetes and those nanios. Yeah. Oh, no. He was killed. Hapo.
It's unfortunate.
That's the day. Okay.
And on the back page here, matters World Cup. You know, now we are getting closer and closer towards the end. France facing Spain today. That's one way. It's Europe either way. So France put past behind them as history beckons against Spain. Leblanc looking to become the first nation since Brazil in 2002 to appear in 3 consecutive finals. Yes. So they take on Spain tonight at 10 p.m. Meanwhile, Argentina will be playing England tomorrow in the second semi-final. So inaendelea kukua tamu sasa.
All right, that's the Daily Nation. Nimeona kesi ya Cohen inaendelea hapa. The Cohen's wife at ex-DCI boss oversaw retrieval of Cohen's body. That is a story on page 12. Very interesting.
Well, let's take a look at the Star. Fresh, independent, different. Today, kwanza being a Tuesday. It's not for sale. Wanaozungumzia maswala ya kahawa kwenye front page ya the Star. Iko wapi nimeiona hapa. Coffee revamp lifts 700,000 farmers' lives. There's a revolving fund that has enabled timely payment of berries and deliveries. They break down the number of counties that are growing coffee, currently 35. I didn't know that. Did you know? You know some counties, you'd be shocked to learn that there's a lot of coffee. Places like Kakamega, there's coffee. Yeah. Watu wanafikiria coffee iko tu maybe Kiambu na maeneo mengine. Kakamega, they do a lot of coffee. 100 coffee factories rehabilitated by government, according to this report. 42.4 tons of coffee sold in the last season, 2025-2026. So there's a breakdown of how the coffee industry is performing, and according to this report, it has helped over 700,000 farmers. The other highlights on the front page of this paper, Sifuna na Tembea shake up Ruto's Western game plan. Western imekuwa shida sana. Elusive Luya unity. Going and alarm as forests disappear. Unajua tulirudi kwa logging. You know, there used to be a ban on logging. Ikatolewa. Sasa you can cut off forests. Zinapotea tena. All right. Na pale juu, households stare at expensive diapers, phones and gas cylinders. Watu waende tu nini? Olkalao kuna gas cylinders mingi sana huko watu wanapewa. And yes, because it's a Tuesday, this paper is not for sale and comes with a complimentary MyGov pullout for government jobs and tenders. Grab yourself of this copy for free.
Kutoka Nairobi hadi Olkalao ni how much? Aende gas arudi na Nairobi.
Sindio.
How much is that?
Okay. Fika hapo, it's about 2-3. No, kama kufika Naivasha is 350. So it's like 500 bob. Kwenda Olkalao.
Gas is expensive than that?
Ile hesabu unafanya.
Tuangalie
Olkalao uchukue gas urudi hapa.
Urudi na Nairobi utumie. Haya, Taifa Leo, Sifuna amfunika Matiang'i kulingana na utafiti. Seneta Sifuna amempiku Matiang'i kwa umaarufu kama mgombea mwenza wa Kalonzo kwenye tiketi ya urais ya upinzani katika kura ya maoni iliyofanywa na shirika la Infotrak. Hata hivyo, Rais Ruto anaongoza kwa umaarufu miongoni mwa wawaniaji wa urais katika uchaguzi mkuu wa mwaka 2027. Wakenya wengi waliohojiwa na Infotrak wapendezwa na tiketi ya Kalonzo na Sifuna kuliko ya Kalonzo na Matiang'i. Yeah. That is a story on page 2. Vidokeza zaidi, kazi sasa kwa wapiga kura Olkalou. Kampeni za kamilika na kupisha uchaguzi mdogo Alhamisi, macho yakiwa hasa kwa DCP na UDA. Janda ageuza kibao kuhusu uhuni Kiumbu, adai wafuasi walinda mwananchi waliwachokoza wakazi wa eneo hilo, ndipo vurumai zikazuka. Again, blame games.
Literally chokoza. You know what I had a story about Kiumbu that after that attack, now people were not happy. And because Kiumbu town is a town where the road passes, and it's like a market. So when the matatus pass, they stop so that people can buy bananas and stuff like that. Atilifika mahali watu wa matatu wakasema tusimami. Nyinyi Kiumbu kaeni na vitu zenu. Nyinyi mnapiga watu.
Kabisa. Even passengers were not buying those bananas.
Yes, they were not buying. Wali boycott.
Even ndivyo inafaa. UDA yazidia ODM kwa umaarufu. Utafiti wa Infotrak kwa kipa chama cha rais 22% kwa umaarufu, huku ODM ikifuata kwa 21%. DCP ni 9%. Yeah. Okay. So UDA is leading at 22%, ODM 21%, and then DCP 9%. That gap between ODM and DCP, that's a huge gap. Kule juu, bei ya mafuta yaanza kupaa kwa vita Iran. Amerika na Tehran zimeanza kupigana tena baada ya mazungumzo ya mwafaka kufeli. Na pia masuala ya World Cup imezungumziwa hapo juu. France na Spain, mtu ataumia leo. Taifa Leo.
People Daily has exactly what we're talking about. Matters security, especially chaos around elections. So they say President Ruto, end the Goon violence now. Now, this is not just about crime. There is a Goonism, especially in politics. And they've used that photo from Kisumu. ya wale watu wanatembea tu, and you could see police were there with them. Now you're wondering, okay, what exactly are you showing us? As head of state and government who took oath of office to protect Kenyans' lives and property, the buck stops with you. So the People Daily has just decided to address the president directly and tell him whatever is happening, it's your job to stop it. Yes. Kama utaambia Murkomen ama utaambia, because no one has been fired so far. Not even a single security officer or high-ranking government official has been shown the door. Meanwhile, there's crime, there's political chaos, and we are moving very close to the next election. What exactly are we doing? Descent into chaos. Should this be what we will be expecting come 2027? That story is extensively covered on page 4. It's more like an editorial, just calling on the president to do something. Other highlights on the front page of this paper: why Kenya still struggles to elect women governors. Yes. So far we have how many? 6. 6 women governors.
Yeah.
Kuna moja tuli impeach. The aging workforce crisis staring down at Kenya is another story on page 8 of the People Daily. It has very interesting stories there, but I think the main one is on this descent to chaos, especially electoral chaos, and the worry about what will happen in 2027. And they say, Mr. President, kazi kwako. That's the People Daily.
Do you think Kenyans are struggling to elect women governors?
How
do you agree?
I don't know. It's a good question, though, because this time we elected the highest number of female governors. But have they really performed that well?
You know, why I giggled is because yesterday I saw an argument on X. Somebody told huyo mtu alikuwa na argue naye that I don't expect anything from someone in a county led by women.
Oh, really? That's a bit unfair.
Well, that was a very odd thing to say. And it stuck in my mind.
I think probably someone should do a poll on how these governors are performed in their respective counties, female governors, so that we see in comparison, if at all you succeeded a governor and your performance. Some of them have been governors for 2 terms.
Waguru?
Yeah.
And?
Anne Waiguru, I think. And it's just Anne Waiguru.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the rest are first-timers.
Sawa, tuangalie Business Daily. Haraka KRA and SportPesa fight over seizure of 1 billion shillings in telcos. Taxman eyes cash in bank accounts and pay bills. And tax tribunal stops seizure pending end of suit. That story is on page 2. 7 insurance firms face IRA fines for reporting breaches. IRA is the Insurance Regulatory Authority. That's another story on page 2. On the ticker, Direct Line reclaims top spots in Matatu insurance market. And BOC's share price doubles after buyout offer withdrawal. That's another story on page 6, and that's the Business Daily.
All right, we cross the border into Uganda, and we still have the New Vision. Daily Monitor bado wamefungiwa. So the main story on the New Vision, the front page, is government to merge 8 more agencies. Affected staff benefits listed, finance given September deadline. So that's a process more like what we saw in Kenya, where some agencies inasemekana zimekuwa mingi. Wa merge. Kenya bado hatujamanage hiyo, lakini anyway. Then we cross to Tanzania. On the front page of the Citizen, the main story is about gold boom, masking mineral diversification challenge. And you know, I think Tanzania is very blessed when it comes to minerals. They have gold, they have tanzanite, they have diamond. Not the artist, they have real diamonds. Kenya hatuna, so that's the main story on the front page pale. Samia defending Tanzania's human rights record. Alisema tupigwe mikwaju huku na huko.
Yes.
Lakini Samia ana defend human rights record ya Tanzania. Ndio hiyo habari kuu kwenye ukurasa wa mbele wa gazeti la Mwananchi. Samia asema tunalinda haki za binadamu. Je, unakubaliana naye? Wanalinda haki ya binadamu? Asisitiza Tanzania ina historia na misingi imara, agusia mabadiliko ya siasa za dunia na sumu wanayojazwa vijana. Bado anaamini vijana wamejazwa sumu. Na alisema vijana wamekosa nidhamu na vijana wa Kenya watandikwe huku na wakienda kwa wapigwe mijeledi tena. Kwa sababu hao wanalinda haki za binadamu. Afuata nyayo za Mkapa, Kikwete na John Pombe Magufuli. All right, so those are the main stories. not just in Kenya, but the region as well.
Yeah.
Some of the big talking points, especially around security issues in Kenya, given prominence. Let's take a look at the cartoons tuone kama hata